Hey, I'm back with another video. You already know what time it is. I'm coming with that sauce, dropping it on them. You feel me? I ain't even playing with them. I told you I'm dropping 60, 70 videos a month. Ain't no pressure. But listen, man, like, comment, subscribe. If you ain't already subscribed to the channel, you're going to miss this sauce. Make sure that you look below and you will see our merch. Click the link. Go get you a hat, shirt, whatever it is, man. All proceeds goes back into the channel. That's how we spread the message. We pay for ads and stuff like that. And I couldn't have done this without y'all. Listen, man. Remember I did a video yesterday about spells? Listen, I'm going to show y'all something, right? I'm going to show y'all a video right now of a little girl, 9 years old. They taking her to jail because the little girl didn't show them their you-know-what card. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is messed up on all levels, but when you under that spell, you're no longer you. Check this out.
You are traumatizing a little child. This is your fight as well. We stand with you. Jayla, you got this. You got this. Look at the child. Look at the child. This is what we're doing to children.
Where are they taking her?
This is child abuse.
Come on, we're gonna sit right here.
What kind of future do we want for our children?
That's crazy. Ain't no amount of money. There's no authority or nothing can make me do that to an innocent child. A child that didn't even ask to be in this world, didn't ask to be dictated. But look what happened. The two officers took this little child to jail because they was under the spell. Now, for those who, I'm trying to make this make sense. Like, if you ain't seen that video I dropped yesterday, but listen, I'm finna give you the definition of what spells are. Now, this is going to connect all the dots. Check this out. Definition of spell: a spoken word or form of words held to have magic powers, or a state of enchantment. Now, dealing with music, a chant or enchantment is like tear the club up, tear the club. It's an over and over chant. It's a spell, okay? And also a strong, compelling influence or attraction. This is why it has to be associated with charming somebody. Now, what does a spell do? A spell is a series of words that has magical powers. If you are under a spell, then what you do is out of your control. Your thoughts and your actions are dictated by the spell. Spells can refer to magic words you say, or it can describe being under the influence of those words. That's why I say, never say I had a bad day, or I'm pissed off, or I got a bad temper. Never say I can't. You are putting a spell on your damn self and you don't even know it. Okay? Now let's get back to the video. Now you get a better understanding of what I'm saying. These people be on the spells. We pay taxes because we under that spell. We think we need to pay taxes. We don't. You feel what I'm saying? We think that water, if it's clear, that means it's good for you. That don't mean that. This is the cross-reference of spell and proper education. But when you under that spell, under that from a job title or responsibility, whatever that these words tells you, you're under the spell of words. This is why pimps can pimp females. I'm trying to tell you. This is how the system can pimp us. We the people. No, our country. This is not our country. I pay attention to words. Why? Because I know words are spells. Every president and every person that's in politics has to learn what double speaking is. If you don't know what double speaking is, go look it up. I did a video a while back on it, but I'll do another video about it. But double speaking is when they ask a question and they just dance around the shit. They just dance around it. Some people do it naturally. They don't even know what they're doing. But words are spells. Words have emotions attached to them. That's how it can put you in a spell. Oh, you're so beautiful. Boom, I just changed your vibration. I could be lying. You know, this is why it's associated with charming and being cunning. The gift of gab is real. But I want y'all to get a clear understanding of what words are. Words aren't just words. Let me break it down to you like this here. I told one dude, I said, well, you think your arm is an arm? What if your arm was called the car? And what if a car was called the arm? That's what you'll go by because that's what you've been taught. This is why you got to go through the 12-step brainwash camp. They have to bring you up to at least a certain level of education to be able to control your ass. Just imagine a person with no education, no school, and don't know nothing. They're just gonna be walking like, we're gonna give you a little education so that we can further control your ass. So we're gonna teach you what a car is, what sweet is, what this color mean, and they have to teach you these basic things so they can furthermore control you later in life. Now think about this. What if a car was an arm and the arm was a car? See, words in that case, words don't they turn into just like not a voice, but it turns into just a sound. If I said car in another language, you wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You understand me? You wouldn't know. If I said a car in Creole, and if I said got in machine, I'm just saying, look at the car. That's all I'm saying. But if you don't know what that means, you lost. So those emotions that's attached to that word can't do nothing to you. I can't put that spell on you. It doesn't work. It's like, damn, because you don't understand the language. This is why I tell y'all, feelings can't lie. Feelings cannot lie. That is a universal law. Words can. See, words can govern what you think of a person. So when they tell you, oh, you're so beautiful, they bring your vibration up. They make you feel as like you beautiful. Or a person can be mean and say, oh, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. You bring you down. This is why they say the tongue is mightier than the sword. There's some things you can remember right now somebody told you when you were small. You'll never forget it. A cut can heal. A scar doesn't. Each word, even though it may be talking about the same thing, it is different. It is different. Please, if you don't remember nothing I tell you, if a word is different, then it has a different meaning. It could be talking about the same thing, but it's different. When I say a father is different from a dad, you get what I'm saying? Pretty is different from beautiful. You need to know these words. Words or spells. And I'm just giving it to you in a simple form so that you can chew this up. And it's a lot of this stuff people ain't think about. But those people was under that spell when they took that child to jail. And this is why they create systems that governs us through either verbal or verbiage or symbolic. It's the same thing. You can hear something like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it like this. Say like you hear the ambulance. Why they make you do? Because you're allergic to that sound. Not allergic, but you are immune to that sound. I'm sorry. You're immune. So when you hear that, that means emergency. That means somebody in trouble, a house burning or something. So they got you with it. The same way when they blow a whistle to control a dog. That dog will either stop, go, whatever he's trained by that sound to do. It's the same thing with us. Now let's say this. Let's go the same thing with what you see. They use ambulance using the colors red and blue. So when you see these colors, it's the same thing. So it's from a verbal or from a sound aspect and from a visual aspect. Okay? You can be controlled either in both ways. How do you consume food? Through your mouth. You also consume knowledge through your eyes. But you see with your brain through your eyes though. When they say let there be light, without light you couldn't see shit. So that's why they always associate the devil with darkness, or light with ideas or enlightenment or God or whatever. You also consume information through these two. You got 2 ears and 2 eyes and 1 mouth for a reason. Okay? When you learning, you should be listening. You should only ask questions. You should never say or tell. If you're trying to teach me something, I'm only asking questions to better understand what you're saying so I can understand. You got some people you can't teach them nothing because they so busy talking. They think they know everything. If you're not skilled in that situation, whatever it is y'all talking about, and that person is, you have no choice but to listen. You're not skilled in that area. That person is. So what I'm telling you is, I'm trying to break things down to a simple form, which everything is. You consume information with your eyes and with your ears. You take it in. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is, words are spells, man. I could call you a bitch, and you gonna, damn. And I always use the same scenario. Y'all don't see my videos. Like I tell you, you wake your wife up, call her a bitch, you might get put out. Don't do that. Or in Florida, don't call nobody a fuck nigga. Man, them fighting words, man. People is in 6 feet on the Florida right now behind them words, man. Or if you hear a bitch say, let's run it, that means they ready. Then what this mean? So language is so important to where we don't understand. Like the average person don't understand. Street codes and languages is a whole nother world to those who want to know what the fuck you talking about. See, they try to bring all this ebonics and this and that. No, they want to know what it is or what we talking about. But it's always a snitch or somebody they got that's an informant that break those words down. And this is how you go to court. Oh, they know what a chicken is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we get a chicken. But it's so powerful because you speaking a language that they don't understand. We just not educated enough to understand how we can use that against law enforcement or whoever. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they want to make one or two languages the main or the primary languages because they want to understand what the hell you're saying. But that's why I tell y'all, when you learn another language, you got the ups on the bed. Like, bitch, see me, they don't think I can know how to speak Creole or understand Creole. First thing they say, you don't look like a Haitian. What a Haitian gonna say? Every Haitian gonna say this. Then what a Haitian look like? That's what they gonna say. But when you learn another language, you got the up. So when people come over here getting them ESOL classes, look, they know their language and they know your language. They got the ups on you. So all I'm saying is this. People gonna carry out duties and be put on the spells, right? Because like I just gave you the definition of what spells are and all that stuff. I want you to understand this is how the government controls us. They bring forth these curriculums because they understand how our minds work and we don't. We think it's just, oh no, this is how they control us. Or you supposed to abide by the law. Or you got a sworn oath. Man, fuck that. Because they don't have a sworn oath. These same people ain't doing the things that they want you to do. But when you put that uniform on, whether you working at a job or whether you this, you that, whatever it is, you under that spell. And the common denominator of it all is a paycheck. And the system is set up to where you working for a gallon of water, which represents money. And at the end of the month, you got to pour it all out on the floor. And then you got to go back and work for it again. That's crazy. But they developed that system to keep us busy. I'm telling y'all, if we had the time, we people don't understand. We are humans. We creatures of habit, right? We adapt to any situation. If we had enough time, we would figure it out. This is why they got to keep us busy. They got to keep us entertained. If they don't, we'll have enough time to figure all kind of shit out. I'm gonna give you a good scenario and I'm gonna let y'all go. When people go to jail, they develop skills, right, based off their environment. Because when you out here, you ain't worrying about how to build a fire. You just get a lighter and flick it. But when you in another environment with limited resources, you figure out ways to do things. You really get smarter. And they know that. Okay? You get smarter based off the limitations you have in environments. Because you don't have the luxury to run into the grocery store and just buy something. You in jail. Or you stuck on the island or whatever. So based off your environments, it develops your survival skills. It develops the things you will and won't do. They know this. Why you think they got McDonald's, Church's Chicken, all this high blood pressure, diabetes shit on every corner? We should govern our own environment. This is why I say, bro, and I'm gonna be done with it. I want y'all to understand that your environment has a lot to do with the decisions you make. Okay? And they know that if they put you in a restricted environment, you really get smarter. I want you to think about that for a second. when they put you around a bunch of things that's everywhere, you get lazier. More dependent on them. They know that. The shit you say you won't do, you just saying it now. Be put in a situation where you have to do it. It's not looked at as an option. You know, the word option is just the prefix of option is op. Not the motherfuckers you go kill, but you can opt out of shit. You have options. You have choices in some sense. But when you ain't got them choices, man, you have to eat this shit, or you have to do this, or you have to like this person. You deal with what I'm saying? Or you have to deal with this person based off the environment and circumstance and situation. They've done studies. It's this TV show they got where they put people in certain situations and try to figure out how, study them on how they figure out how to get out those situations. I can't think of this show. They took it off the air. But it was, I keep telling y'all, these shows are like, people are like lab rats on these shows. When you see all these shows, they got different shows with college students and this environment, and that many people are studying us to furthermore control us. And we just under that spell. That's why I say you have to know what a spell is. You have to know what words are. You have to know these things in order to navigate through the matrix. Why you think when they tell you to go on a tour, to go when they say you get a hotel for a little cheaper, but you gotta go on this tour. When you go on this tour, they try to get you to buy these properties. I can't, y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it on the comments. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Can't think of it right now. But buy these properties. And every time somebody buy one, when you in that lobby and they talking to everybody trying to convince you, so as soon as somebody buy one, what they say? Hey, wait, Mr. James, he just purchased a property, and everybody goes clapping and all. Bro, that's the setup. That's the spell. What you think award ceremonies are? To reward you of the good duties you did, or being a good person under the spell. Awards. Rewards. Anything with RE in it is done again. Rewind. Redo. So you've already done it. They're going to reward you this shit to just let you say, hey, you're a good, obedient follower. That's all it is in most cases. Unless you're doing it and you doing it with somebody, you rewarding them for something they did. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes from the government, all these rewards, certificates, and all that shit, man, that's just to keep you like pacified and make you feel as though you're doing the right thing. Because you could be going to work, paying your tithes, going to church, doing all the great things that they say you should do. And you'll be sailing off somewhere going the wrong direction. Good Samaritan. Don't even know what the hell going on. But they teach us to go to school, go to college, get married, have kids and a dog, work for them your whole life, die, and then repeat with your kids. Fuck that. Anyway, it's your boy Papa Duck, man. You know I be trying to get y'all blood raw. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Okay? And I just try to get people to think. That's it. That's all. So go get books. Also the Dictionary of Symbolism. I stole that book out of our library, out of Glade Central High School. I stole that bitch out of the library. They ain't want to give it to me though. That's the crazy part. I stole that bitch. And when you look at the Dictionary of Symbolism, go look up what the apple represents in the Bible. It's not a real apple that you eat. Like, when you start breaking this stuff down, like I say, when you open these, you can't close them. They say curiosity killed the cat. But what does the cat represent? And what is the curiosity or what he was curious about? Gonna blow your mind. Anyway, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. You know I love y'all, man. Y'all my dogs. Y'all my cousins, aunties, uncles, grandma, granddaddies. Y'all my people, bro. You feel me? So I just try to give y'all some enlightened things and things to think about. And I know I've been elaborating on that spell thing for a minute, but they've been indoctrinating us for over all our lives. So 1 or 2 videos ain't gonna work. So if you see me sometimes talking about the same thing, I'm just continuing from, you know, if you saw a video previous or whatever the case may be, because like I say, I can't just give it all in one video. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, spells. Words are spells. That is so true. And every word has an emotion attached. So be careful how you talk to your kids. Be careful how you talk to your brother, your mama, your daddy, your sister, whoever. Words hurt internally. That's the thing, internally. So be careful. And like I tell you all the time, man, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. I'll get with y'all in this video. Peace out.